Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time zone you are currently in. I hope you're having a lovely day. I'm here with Till and Niall, who I think are going to have a very competitive BPMN battle, if I can tell from your subtitles here.
Mm. Yeah, I mean,
How are y'all doing?
it's harder to bring like my most competitive nature against Till. People may not know this, but he's very aggressive and often quite a caustic person. Generally spends the time screaming. One of the reasons Camunda went remote is just not to have Till in the office. That was like straight
Wow.
up reason number one. So I'm here now to slay that particular beast. So hope you're ready for that,
Boldly
Till.
and publicly, yes.
Yeah, I went around the office, I saw people modeling, and then they didn't follow best practices, and I did them.
When we say we take modeling seriously, we mean it, right? Like,
Yeah, Till's actually a very a good person to have on this particular thing, because I feel that myself and Till are very yin and yang in the sense of like, definitely he is the control and the sophistication of BPMN at its finest, and I'm more of a like throw like the symbol into a blender and then sort of chuck them at the canvas and hope for the best. So today we're going to have a lot of chaos versus
order.
good, I guess, is the one today.
Chaos versus order. I like it.
Yeah.
And I always forget to do intros. So I would also like you to introduce who you are. Camunda, Niall, you've been here, so I'll have Till go first.
All right. Yeah, I'm Till. I'm a technical consultant. I joined Camunda about 2 years ago after we went remote. So all that talk about me going around, of course, that wasn't true. Yeah. Well, I've been active for the community a bit. So I moderated the Hack Day and Code Clinic at the CamundaCon in Berlin. I didn't join the last one in New York, but I also did an orchestration hour about, I don't know, a month ago with Mia. And we discussed my blueprints from the marketplace.
Yeah. And then there's Niall, who you see all the time, but you can introduce yourself anyway.
I'm Niall. You see me all the time. So I'm a developer advocate. I actually did the Hack Day in New York just to piggyback off, along with Mia, of course, just to piggyback off Till's thing. And a lot of I actually often give Till my process models as to check out for me to see if they could be beautified or embettered. Both are definitely words. And and now my hope is, honestly, this particular battle is that Till will spend too long trying to make his model so good, so perfect, that he won't be able to actually get the model finished in 10 minutes. And I think it might be against every ounce of your being, Till, to be able to make a bad model quickly.
True.
Yeah, I will say we've had one other person in the what I call the real side of the business, Norman, and I think that was his struggle for sure. Is first of all, the prompts are somewhat ridiculous, right? Not necessarily real scenarios that you have to model for, and then also we give you fun limitations. So just a double dose of probably not what you're used to experiencing. But I'm excited to see the different approaches, because I feel like Niall's approach is usually more based in fantasy, and Till, I imagine yours will be based a little bit more in reality. No pressure though, if you want to get wild with it, of course you can do that too. All right, so for those who are new to BPMN Battle, we have a couple of rules. The first rule is, unlike Fight Club, do talk about BPMN Battle. We are trying to make sure that everyone knows that we do this, because there should be more fun around BPMN. So share on LinkedIn, on Twitter if you're doing Twitter. I have no idea what's going on with Twitter, but if you do, share on Twitter. Share on Facebook. What's another? I don't know. WhatsApp. Whatever the kids are doing these days. Each battle will have 15 minutes for each competitor to come up with a model. The audience decides the winner, and the best 2 of 3 is today's champion. We've also had a couple of ties in the past, so that's very fun, very egalitarian. And our first prompt today is model an interplanetary delivery system that delivers goods between planets. Make sure to handle space debris, hostile alien species, and delivery malfunctions. And you're required to use pools/lanes. message intermediate throw events and a sub process, and you are forbidden from using parallel gateways and timer events. And I see Samantha in the chat. Samantha came up with our prompts today, so a little shout out to Samantha. If you have any problems with the prompts, you know who to complain to.
I mean, I feel I spent like the week with Samantha, and I felt I gave her so much hassle for the previous prompt that she gave that involved complex gateways. Sorry, that now I feel it's pretty good, but now I need to start like leaning hard on her with the anti-lanes and pools stuff. So not that I'm trying to affect the game anyway, of course.
Yes, of course, of course. All right, so I'll start a timer. I will give you a 5-minute warning, and go.
Till started early, so I did demand him to be disqualified.
Oh my gosh, it's so like the rules are so important and matter so much. So yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Oh, and then also, let me send y'all the link to these prompts so that you have them to reference, which I usually try to do ahead of time.
What is going on with this? My keyboard doesn't work.
Okay, so let's see. It looks like Till is already creating some pools and lanes.
So he doesn't say any hang-ups that I do about pools and about lanes and pools. So this is a benefit to him.
What is your hang-up? You just don't like them?
They make models harder to read. If you bounce a model up and down around a lane, and then you might have like one lane somewhere that has one task in it because it involves financing, signing off on something, and it just seems like a lot of wasted space for not much like benefit. So
Danielle in the chat says you don't like them because they keep you too organized.
Nothing
which
could make
feels
me
right.
Yes. It's part of it. Definitely something I'm against. Damn. I need to see this prompt again. I have it here. Don't worry.
Maria says, please include a black hole in the process.
You know what? Fine. I'll do that right away.
For you, Maria, sure.
Yeah. Maria always has good ideas. Who am I to
Well, I feel like when I did the BPMN Blueprints episode with Till, I learned how pools and lanes can be very clarifying if you use them correctly. So I think it's a matter of like, knowing what you're doing.
I mean, I'm sure that probably helps, but
this is
I
shade to
prefer
myself, not necessarily Niall, but you can also accept it. if the shoe fits, am I right?
Yeah, that's true. Let me think. Decide on planet. So wait, is this our solar system or any?
It looks like it doesn't have to be.
Okay, that's quite useful.
Is it?
Okay.
Samantha has confirmed it is your choice if it is our solar system or not.
Thank you.
Go wild.
I'm going to go with ours.
I feel like I simply do not know enough about other solar systems. Oh, Nathan has a good point. Are you aware of a hostile alien species in our solar system?
Yeah, humanity.
Well, wow. I wasn't expecting that. True.
The most hostile.
I think it's more about being prepared, for the potential, like modeling all the things. It feels like this is something you could predict, right? So have that in the process.
That's true, yeah.
If I were moving goods and services across space and time, I'd think of that as a possibility.
Okay.
See, look how organized Tills is. I love it.
Oh man, yeah, he's in one gateway. I mean, yeah, that's easy to do it nice when you've just added like one symbol. I have multiple gateways. Some of them even match. I love the concentration, Till. Just nods.
He's never
Till
had
has
that
gone
modeling
nonverbal.
before. And that's the ideal, right? And there's us just yammering.
Yeah, no, I feel pretty confident about this now. Let's see. How long we got, Mia?
We've got 10 more minutes.
Okay. Let me think of the dumbest way I can use lanes.
I hope that this stream comes up if someone Googles dumbest way to use lanes.
Yeah, then my face appears.
That's so weird. I wasn't even asking about a person, but Niall showed up.
Okay. So this is annoying. I've already bonkers my lanes. Ah, man. Where else do people deliver stuff to?
What do you have so far?
I'm trying to do one for each planet.
Mars. Earth? I would love if you were included in this. Niall's approach to BPMN battles. What's the dumbest way I can do this? Yeah, not wrong.
Yeah, because it's kind because that actually insinuates that I have another option somewhere in my like back pocket that I could do this a correct way.
That's true. That this is a strategy choice and not just your default.
Now, I'm not allowed to use timer events, correct?
Yeah, no timer events, no parallel gateways.
Okay.
Nathan says Till is playing the quiet game, so we can't trash talk him. Honestly, good strategy. I feel bad even bringing up his name now.
Oh no, I can still trash talk him. That's fine. I don't mind.
Okay, good. I'll leave you to it.
All right, kicking a puppy. What else are we going to deal with?
These could not look more different, and I love it.
Let's see.
Got all these real tasks that would need to be done. Not just one called black hole.
I do have a black hole in here.
Yeah.
So this is an important one, and I'm going to rename the sub process after Maria's sub process. There we go. So everyone knows the inspiration.
Okay, if I remember correctly, we had aliens in another event or another BPMN battle, and I like your process for them, which was just like, aliens.
Yeah, no, it's an important one, right?
It comes up all the time. Maria says that the black hole is where you'll find any missing packages. That makes sense. That's probably an unexpected problem of space transport.
Okay. Let's see.
Just like that one time I was waiting for something to come back in stock at IKEA, and it turns out that a giant shipping container had sunk and they weren't going to get any of that item back in stock for however long. Yeah.
Tragic.
It was a weird time. Where are these bookshelves? Oh, just the bottom of the other.
Oh, yeah. Mariana Trench, which is one of the least been to of the IKEA stores. Where's my escalation?
All right, this is your 5-minute warning.
5 minutes? Okay.
Yes. And if I remember, I'll give you warnings after that.
Yeah, no. The strict rules, of course.
Yes. The timing is very important. Samantha says, I'm realizing aliens have been the theme in the last few battles. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Oh, aliens are great crack.
Jacob says, more aliens, please. I think that's the correct answer. Really, we're just future-proofing Camunda by showing off what we can do should aliens make contact.
Oh, I should make this an inclusive gateway. That makes sense. Why did no one tell me this?
Because I'm looking at Till screen.
That's where all the
Till
fun
has
is.
needed no support, by the way, so.
Now, what else would I deal with? I need to recheck the requirements here. Oh no. Okay.
I know I have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, and I just realized the requirement.
Yeah, no, I think it's often said that you should check the requirements before you start modeling. I've never subscribed to that particular way of thinking, and maybe I should in the future.
Now, requirements are just suggestions, right?
What's the thing in Star Trek where they, after they like find a ship that's aggressive, they do some kind of maneuvers?
I don't go to Star Trek. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay.
Seems like a good time. Just
Still
hasn't happened
knows,
to me yet.
He's not telling it in purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Evasive
maneuvers.
Yes. Well, I'm pretty sure
Evasive.
that's all
Is it heavy?
flying, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I'm so excited. Just looking at this makes me like, ooh, what's happening? A delight. Also, gosh, both of you model so fast. You too can model fast if you just, I guess, practice.
Yeah, imagine if I wasn't talking.
I literally can't imagine such a world.
Oh, what horrible utopia that would be.
Samantha, write this down for future prompt ideas. Something about Niall not talking. Minute and a half-ish warning. I also, yes, the speed is just so impressive. But I feel like that's where you can tell that these are practiced individuals, right? Hello, hello, string of numbers. Welcome to the chat.
Numbers, they're my favorite way of trying to tell the time.
Got about 45 seconds left.
Okay. I need to recheck to make sure I've actually done everything I need. I have to have message intermediate throw. Pants.
Yeah, I was like, that's the sound of someone who does not have that.
And a sub process.
Message intermediate throw. Okay.
Okay, now I need to add that randomly.
You mean strategically?
Man, how am I going to do this?
I'll give you both, I don't know, 1 more minute. My timer went off, but I think we're wrapping up.
Cool. Let's see. I'm trying to think of things that if I add to my model will just drive Till crazy.
Till, do you have a least favorite symbol?
No, I wouldn't say so.
It's like picking a child.
All symbols are beautiful. All right, are you just about wrapped up, both of you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Till's done.
Wait 1 second. need to just put some like travesty of symbol set together, and then okay.
I like whatever this wonky line is doing.
Yeah, that's just for Till.
Niall's not trying to win today. Oh my god.
Yeah, there we go. That's pretty good.
How does the modeler even let you do that?
Okay, I think I'm good. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna nominate Till to walk us through your model first because you finished first.
All right.
Look at this. It's beautiful.
Let's put it on the marketplace. Okay, so everything plays in our pool here, the one model pool, which is the Intergalactic Postal Service. And we have one empty pool that is the planetary customer, which is the sender. We have the message flow to our message start event, so the delivery is requested. So first of all, we need to determine what the delivery route is, and then there are 2 different rockets. So if it's over 2 light minutes away, then we need the special delivery rocket, and if not, then we can just go with the standard rocket. If it's the special delivery rocket, we take out insurance from the Galactic Super Insurance, right? So another empty pool here, synchronous interface to the insurance company. We prepare our rockets. Then we have the very difficult part, which is the rocket ignition process, right? So they're a bit Yankee. So what we're going to do is we start them here. Unfortunately, I forgot 2 labels, so I'm very sad. So we receive the okay for the rocket to take off. We have someone starting the countdown, and then they're igniting the rocket. And then if the booster did start, that's nice, the booster started and we take off. And if no, the booster failed, we throw an escalation, we interrupt this, we restart the ignition process, right? That's the very difficult part, right? But we can restart that, so it's fine. Now, if the rocket is in flight, what we're going to do is we're going to be alert for space debris. And then there are more or less 2 options. So either the customer planetary orbit is reached, then we simply throw the package in a special orbit plunger. So that's something you put around the package, you just throw it out, and it falls through the atmosphere, right? And then your package is delivered. So this is the message intermediate throw, then the package is delivered and the delivery is completed. Otherwise, we might like have space debris, then we need to change our flight path. We go back to be alert, right? Because it might happen again. And then if there are hostile alien species, right? Empty pool, but then multi-instance, right? Might happen, multiple of them. So if they are sighted, this is non-interrupting message catch event. So then the crew will pray to Chun. Just typed some random stuff. I know there's like this Kraken god monster thingy. And then
Cthulhu?
yeah, I didn't know how to write it. It was also just inspiration for Chun.
I read that and I was like, oh, is this some German thing I don't know? But I love that it's not.
Yeah, and then aliens left or crew died. So it doesn't. We can't put a terminate end event here or something. So I haven't thought about how to process this. That if the entire spaceship is destroyed and the crew is dead, how we will handle that. But maybe some manual intervention. So we go there and go to operate and delete the process instance. Right, so the crew is gone. They died.
Till, I'm actually disappointed in you. I would have thought you would have had a way of collecting the insurance money that you pay into at the initial start of the process. And it says a lot about the difference between how we think that I did not include taking an insurance policy, but also assuming that the journey would not necessarily always result in success.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I like the idea. Well, like, does the insurance cover debris and hostile aliens or what? Because it's only for the special rockets. So
yeah, it's for the special rocket because like the chance to encounter the species is much higher if the distance is more than 2 light minutes.
Oh my gosh, it makes perfect sense.
Right? If it's 2 light minutes, that's essentially more or less between planets in one system, right? And if it's more, then yeah, that's it.
Oh,
it also helped that I studied astrophysics, I have to say, right? So maybe that's a benefit.
Well, do they cover rocket insurance?
They did not.
All right, that's incredible. I love so many details about it, but the insurance especially is very fun. And you somehow managed to make it look not too busy despite all the things going on. Yeah. Okay, well, on that note, Niall.
So I have a different approach. And first of all, I took things a little more seriously with adding lanes. So I have a lot more lanes. Then we also have a bunch of things that could go wrong. So let's talk through it. So first things first, we start our process. We need to deliver some goods. We need to package those goods, but we could go to multiple places. You see, unlike Till's very optimized delivery system, I actually will be able to calculate a route depending on the multiple planets I might want to visit. So let's pick one of those, which is, let's just go forward. We should go to all the planets. So first, if we go to Mars, this is Mars, we do an Elon Musk search to make sure he's not on board, because we don't know what might happen there. If he is on board, we then eject him from the thing, because we imagine he's trying to sneak on in there, trying to get to Mars. Next up, we go to Pluto. We pack some extra blankets if we go to Pluto, cold out there. We then activate sleep mode, but then you might have aliens might be spotted while we're in sleep status. So then we throw this escalation event, which triggers make tea for aliens. Because if we find the aliens, they clearly want to drink or something. Like, so we make them some tea, and then once we're done making them tea, we send a signal event, which then is caught here. And that works really well. Cool token simulation. And the process is, the aliens are fine. We activate our sleep again, and then we wait until we approach Pluto. If we do, then we wake up and all is good. Then up here, we're going to Mercury. It's very warm there. Pack some beachwear. We play some Queen songs, and we just enjoy ourselves. Great time is had by all. And the other one is not really working out for me. Let's go to it later. This one here is if we're going for any place, so for all the places we go, right, we also have to send letters home. So in this case, we send a letter home. We then look out the window until we get one that comes back. And then if it does come back, then we write to the letter, send it. And we keep doing that until we approach our target. Yes, target. That's a word.
Yes, our target destination.
A target destination. Dory, tell it's English, you wouldn't understand. And it goes way down here somewhere. What did I just do? All right, that's right, yeah. It goes way down here somewhere, and then we deliver the goods. Now, meanwhile, we could have multiple things happen. Debris detected. We do evasive maneuvers. We look out the window. Are things still okay? No, we go do evasive maneuvers. We look out the window. Now, if we're still doing that, and then we come across the Maria effect, which is a black hole shows up, you can see that my multiple tokens are packaging some goods, we're avoiding some debris, but no, black hole swallows everything, and we die. So, yeah. And this is the joy of using.
I've ever seen.
Till, do you have any suggestions for the layout, or is it pretty much perfect? Wait.
Yeah, I think no comment.
We do have a comment in the chat about my eyes hurt just looking at Niall's.
I get that a lot. The model. No, I don't get that often actually. Usually quite nice.
Yeah, game over with the black hole. Very true. We don't have the technology yet. All right, awesome. Well, the other fun thing about BPMN Battle is that we award the winner based on votes. So please submit your vote for which process you would like to win. Lines could be straighter, Niall. Still good feedback.
Wow, there's an understatement.
So yeah, please submit who you think won this round between Till and Niall. Reminder that this is what Till's looks like as well.
I mean, Till only had the one lane.
I mean, we got the little
disqualified.
Also, I like Niall that if I'm going, hey, Niall, it's okay. It's just a neighbor.
That's a vote for me. I heard that dog said Niall. I'm sure I heard Niall.
No, sorry. Don't think about this. Yes. What I was gonna say. Oh, if you are traveling anywhere that's not the 3 places on your list, it's over, right?
No, because you just send the letters home. Those are just special editions because that's an word gateway. So you do all of them, or whichever ones you need.
Oh gosh, okay, we got a lot of votes coming in. Niall's is very fun, but I have to go with Till. Till, love the insurance. Just a vote for Niall. Just a vote for Till. Till, even though the black hole coverage of Niall was very convincing. I'm with Niall. Multiple lanes win here. As messy and ugly as it is compared to Till's, no one will just let you get a straight win. They have to bring you down a little bit. Let me see. So Till, Niall. Okay, so 4 for Till, 2 for Niall. I'm going to go ahead and call it for Till.
I demand a recount.
Okay.
And also 1, different
2, 3,
votes.
4, 1, 2. There you go.
Stop the steal.
Stop. I live in the US. You can't just appropriate our culture like that. All right. That was a beautiful first battle. Let's see what our next prompt is. It's interdimensional portal travel. I should have mixed these up so that we didn't have 2 spacey things next to each other. Sorry. But I'm not mad about it. Model a system that coordinates interdimensional travel portals to Camunda Amsterdam, managing chaos from visitors from other dimensions. Choose 3 pain points that visitors might face, for example, timing issues, portal travel mishaps, etc. And you're required to use a signal start event, a parallel gateway, and a user task, and you're forbidden from using send receive tasks and... Wait, why is user task on both? Did I mess that up? Hold on. Hold. Hold.
Signal start event. Okay. How to use a parallel gateway. That should be pretty easy.
Okay. My beautiful Samantha, you put user task on both of them. Which one would you like user task to go under?
Let's yeah, Mia, you can pick something that's forbidden then.
Oh, I'm not. No, I am not ready for that. Okay, get rid of the user task for forbidden. So you are required to use a user task, and for forbidden, it's only send receive tasks.
Okay, so let's no lanes and pools this time. Ha! So send and receive.
I mean, you're still allowed to use them. Nah.
I mean, yeah, but unless I'm forced to. It's like eating your vegetables if you're like a 9-year-old.
I don't know. I know some 30, 40-year-olds that could use help. And I'll remember even to start the timer. All right. Pain point from Maria. Body parts not arriving at the same time or the same place. That sounds
That's pretty
horrific.
good.
Horrific.
Okay.
New fear unlocked.
So this is man, Till's already started. God damn it.
You sound so active. Yeah.
Travel portal. So the portal basically needs to deal with people coming from somewhere, and there only is one destination, which is CamundaCon.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what I can do.
Well, one intended destination, I guess. That could be one of your pain points.
And this is
There
experimental.
seems to be a lot of problems with the portal-based travel system.
Okay, now I get you now. So the happy path is that they end up in CamundaCon. The sad path is they end up in small pieces.
I mean, yeah. That is a sad path, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a sad path. Yeah, thanks, Samantha. I do appreciate complex gateways. Although, ironically, this would be one place where they actually might make a little bit of sense. Because this does seem incredibly complex. Okay, let's see.
Oh, I bet, Till, your astrophysics background was only going to come in useful here, I feel like.
Yeah.
Maria, suddenly very anti-teleportation. What is an interdimensional portal, if not a complex gateway? Food for thought.
You know what? Yeah, it's a very good point.
Thank you, Nathan. I feel like you're like the. Okay, this is aging myself. But do you remember the Velociraptor that would? Velociraptor. It was a philosopher Velociraptor meme. It was like that was forever ago. Whatever. Kids these days don't even know about memes. It's very that energy. Tell user to calm down. Good. I like wherever this is going.
Yeah, well, I like the sort of this particular portal process is going to ensure that people have a good experience, and customer care is important to me. I've just recently been on a United Airlines flight, so I know what that feels like.
Oh wow, United Airlines shade.
Actually,
like
no,
your long flight to get over to New York?
It was perfectly pleasant, but it needed to be bad because the joke wouldn't work otherwise. So actually, in full disclosure, it was actually a perfectly lovely flight.
Yeah, they somehow find you and reach out, and they're like, "We're so sorry to hear about your experience." You're like, "No, it was a joke. It was a little haha."
Yeah, there was nothing bad happened.
Oh gosh. Okay, how do I click this? I need to pull this up. Not that. Okay, hold on. Thank you. You get me. This is exactly what I was talking about. Okay, it is Velociraptor. Okay, so I'm not just making things up. Like, go home, old man. Okay. I'm going to share this with the world because it's that important to me. Your browser can't access your screen. I think I have too many things going on. It's tragic. Okay, click the link that Nathan shared because it's perfect. And you too can be transported back into the early 2000s. This might have been the almost 2010, but yes. ancient in terms of internet timeline. There wasn't even a TikTok, okay? Back in my day. And let's take a look at what Till is doing. A lot more things so far. But obviously, that doesn't dictate quality.
Mm-hmm.
CamundaCon Amsterdam is in the spring. It's in May. Join us. This is the part where I'm supposed to plug it, I'm pretty sure. We just had CamundaCon New York, and it was fabulous. Always a good time to chat to people in real life about the things that we work on, not in real life. And our CSP is also open for Amsterdam. I'm going to share the link in the chat. If you have something that you would like to share, a cool story about using Camunda, this is where you can do it.
It's true story.
And if you need help with your submission, Niall is one of the folks that helped out with those requests. So, you know.
That's true.
As I saw several people come up to Niall and say, whoa, it's the Niall. You could also have a Zoom meeting with the Niall.
That's true, yeah. An unforgettable adventure.
I love it. It's so, I'm sure when you're making videos like at home alone about like new release features, you're not like, yes, people will know me as the Niall from
I think it's partly due to the uniqueness of my name. There's not a lot of Niles out there, and luckily I am the Niall at Camunda for now. As we get bigger, it's only a matter of time before I become the other Niall, which is going to be very sad.
That's true. There are a lot of we have a lot of Sebastians, a lot of Tobias, so it would be harder to be the Tobias.
Yeah, that's true. For a while we tried. We for a while we had 4 Sebastians with different names.
Or the different names of Niall creation.
Some of them were, sadly not all of them. Yeah.
I was warned of Niall's popularity, and it was still very fun to win. I'm the second of now 3 Jacobs. Yeah, but 2 of them are Jakob, right?
Yeah, it is true.
So I feel, in my mind, that's a completely different name.
Agreed. Oh, that sounds frustration from Till. I like hearing that.
Not the beast of best practices himself. Oh, we got a comment. I'm writing from Muscat. I don't know where that is.
Muscat is
thinking to promote Camunda here, but first I need to learn it myself. Anyway, the battle seems so cool. Well, thank you.
Muscat's in North Africa. It is in, I think, right? It's the capital of Morocco, I think. No, capital of Morocco is it Muscat?
Oman.
Oman, on the wrong part of the world completely.
I'm glad that when I Googled it just showed up because, yes, I needed help.
Oman. Well, wow, that's amazing. I've been sort of near there. I've been to UAE, which is, I think, the nearest place to Oman I've been to.
That's awesome. Thank you for joining us. If you need to learn,
yeah.
Totally wrong.
I know,
confidently wrong.
So confidently wrong. I've got to add something in here for an alternative destination. You can either go to CamundaCon or back to school to learn geography.
Okay, to be fair, I didn't even guess where it was because U.S. education system. Okay, I'm going to blame that, not my own personal failings. But yeah, it's cool. Occasionally we see, people pop in from all over the world. It's very global, very fun.
I am also pretty sure that Oman is the only country in the world that begins with an O, though. that might be a fact that might be true. I think. So I'm trying to.
Countries that begin with letter O. Oh, yep, you're correct. According to countryreports.org.
I hope Hoda agrees that this is something that at the very least somewhat makes up for it.
Somewhat correct.
Yeah. What was I doing? Oh yeah. I need to deal with the potential for what happens with this thing.
If you want to learn Camunda and you're new to it, we do have Camunda Academy, which is just academy.camunda.com. I have used some of those courses, and I can attest that they are very thorough and hands-on. You have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes.
Oh.
So yeah, that can be a really fun way to get started. Maria is impressed that, Niall, your brain can manage so many different threads at the same time. Very true.
I'm really disappointed I missed Oman. Oh, it's so disappointing. I feel terrible as well.
Well, one time Niall created this quiz show for all the DevRel team last week, and there were 10 general knowledge questions, and I think the highest anyone scored was a 4 or 5.
It was, yeah, it was a little hard to know what it like. Yeah.
Ooh,
I don't want to hurt
don't
people.
forget
It
the
just
Code Studio
happens.
on YouTube and also our docs. Yes, all good resources. Thank you, Samantha.
I need someone to suggest something else that may happen in a teleporter that I can deal with. Maria's black hole idea was pretty good, but
Okay, I see we have a body part team floating around. What about just like traffic? Like too many people going through at one time?
traffic? That's not bad.
Is that boring?
No, it's good. No, here's the underground. Mine.
Once again, Phil's model is lovely, while Niall's is a hot mess of overlapping lines.
Yeah, well, they're not all overlapping.
Some of them are parallel even. We have another Camunda Academy fan here. Yes. Oh, Maria's got it. Adding your consciousness to a different body.
Okay, I'll see what I can
That's
do.
a true problem. Mine is just an inconvenience.
Oof. This is a messy process I'm dealing with here.
Portals, they're always messy, I feel.
In
my experience. Got about 3 minutes left. There's nothing better than the contrast of switching to tilt screen. Just furious typing.
That's the sound of someone who knows how to spell what they're typing.
Yeah, we have a vote already. Sorry I'm late. My vote goes to Till.
Too late, Sean.
Well, Sean, you'll be pleased to know probably that Till won the first round. So I guess your vote kind of counted. A minute and a half-ish left. Heavy sigh.
Okay. I guess I have to deal with the sudden unexpected death of the participant. Is but that's standard for a lot of Camunda cons, so it's fine.
I love when we have a minute left and you're like, yes, I have to deal with a sudden and unexpected death. I just saw Till stretch as if to say, I'm done. Oh, that's such a grim death.
Okay, solves that. Okay, I think I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Maybe some of these lines could need to be fixed.
Well, I'm going to recap what the prompt was, and then did I have Till go first last time? So you'll go first this time, Niall.
I'll actually, it's good. I should check what the requirements are, right?
Oh, yeah. So
yeah, because do I have all the things? Yeah, I do.
Model assistant that coordinates interdimensional travel portals to ComundaCon Amsterdam, managing chaos from visitors from other dimensions. Choose 3 pain points that visitors might face, for example, timing issues, portal travel mishaps, etc. And your required symbols were signal start event and parallel gateway and user task, and your forbidden symbols were send, receive tasks.
Okay, yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm good to go.
All right. Well, walk us through the chaos of your process.
I think the process is just fine, but if you want to say it's chaotic, that's fine too.
Okay, you're right. You're right. I don't want to introduce bias to the judging panel. So yes, just walk us through your process.
This incredibly well-defined process works as follows. The person goes in, we fit them into the transporter seat, and then we do a bunch of very important things. We whoa, that's fun. We first of all we checks the hamsters in the power plant, because that's how we power the teleporter. We turn on the flux capacitor, of course, also to travel, and then we flip a bunch of switches. Then at the end, after all that is done, we hit a big red button, and once we do, the teleporter starts. Okay, so it's chucking along, and a bunch of things could happen. The most common one is screaming. So when screaming happens, that's fine. We tell them to calm down, pat them on the head. If they're still not calm, we keep pat them on the head until eventually they're happy. And this may happen multiple times, but we have a system for that. Little thing called tech support. So the other things that could happen over here are, once again, we spot Elon Musk. We eject him from the teleporter. He's a big fan of traveling very fast, so we suspect he's very interested in this. The next thing, that is a body part is found floating around. They often leave the place, so we want to fix that as quickly as possible. We put the body part back on, and back we go through the teleporter. Then, if things are taking too long, I scream, I'll turn this teleporter around, and we go back again. And then, what if the mind escapes? Have no fear. The mind escapes. We will get the net, swat around until we capture the mind, eventually capturing the mind, and then sticking it back in the body. Finally, we'll get like a ding sound, like a microwave, and it'll go right over here, and will peel the user from the teleporter. Then we'll wipe that strange liquid off the seat. No one's really sure how that got there. But while this is happening, we could end up with unexpected death. Have no fear, we'll process for that too. The death happens, we peel the user from the teleporter, hide the body, and then we offer a discount for the next user to incentivize after the, I would say, relative disincentive of death. Yeah. And that's how to get to ComundaCon, I guess.
There's so many things to love about this, but my favorite is that screaming is the most frequent thing, and your system is just to pat their head until they stop.
Yes. I think after last time we did this, I was thrown into the mode of childcare. That now I sort of feel very strongly about wanting to tell people to calm down and pat their heads. It's just what came over me as a very caring sort of way of dealing with people.
Yes, parental instinct.
Yeah, before that it was just straight up smack them, but that actually may not solve the problem.
Yeah, in my experience, it only makes the screaming worse. But All right, excellent. Let's bring it over to Till, who I think is going to have significantly less screaming, is my guess.
Yeah, all right, let's start. So who's responsible? That is Camunda people team, right? And 6 months left to Camunda Con Amsterdam is when the process starts. So what we're going to do is we're ordering the interdimensional portal tech that is necessary. At some point we receive the tech, and then in parallel we need some guys. So I don't know, Craigslist, right? I don't know if that is used for that, but we need some people to set the things up, right? So we look for the crew, and also we contact the interdimensional customs office, right? Customs and tariffs need to be settled. So then 1 week to CamundaCon Amsterdam, we then automatically activate the portals, right? The intermediate time event just fires. And then we jump into the interdimensional arrival coordination, because the important thing is, right, the signal event needs to have a proper scope, right? So the signal start event in my event-based sub-process, it needs to have a proper scope. So I have the arrival coordination. So the signal can happen as soon as we have a token inside here. So what we have is the customer arrival process, and we have multiple interdimensional attendees. And so I also use the event-based gateway. Happy path is the customer arrives safely. We have like multi-instance of this one for each one. The customer arrives in pieces. We call an ambulance and a funeral service. Yeah, customer arrives with amnesia and forgot about CamundaCon, so then we just help them have a nice day on Earth. The customer is then confused but still happy.
I love it.
So if all of the customers made it through, then all of the, like every item in the list of the multi-instance has been completed, and we go here and all customers arrived, and all arrivals were coordinated. If that is not the case, then at some point before CamundaCon, some customers did not make it through, right? So we just don't know anything about them. So we just cancel all the instances, right? We don't know anything about. So not all customers arrive, but we proceed anyway. So while the portal is sort of open, right, during the arrival coordination, the portal might be raided by interdimensional pirates. Then we panic and grab a towel. But unfortunately, we need to cancel CamundaCon then. So then we interrupt everything and we start We start setting up next CamundaCon, and everyone is set. If everything works, we enjoy CamundaCon and everyone is happy.
Incredible. I love the problems that you anticipated, and also that you again were like, we've got to worry about compliance and tariffs and such.
I do like that. Like even Till is aware that he wouldn't get insurance for this particular type of machine, so it doesn't even attempt to do that section.
It does seem quite high risk to take a portal, is what I'm learning. Nathan says proper scope handling is critical to ensuring that mines aren't floating around after teleportation. All right, so we've seen both of them. That's Till's process, and this is Niall's again, just as a reminder. So let's get some votes in. I think they are both beautiful in their own unique way. Just token simulation for fun.
Oh, I love token simulations class.
It kind of tickles the same part of your brain as like watching numbers go up. It's like, dot move. Yes.
Yeah, wait, actually, that's a very good point I saw from Danielle. I'm just going to make sure that people understand this is an intentional spider thing. Spider.
I feel like Danielle's never going to vote for you because you have lines that look like that. Yeah.
But it's a spider. There you go. This is the spider thing. This is a section that's keeping the spider in.
It's wrangled. Okay, so far we have a vote for Niall because identifying with the referring screaming.
Nice.
Vote for Till because they don't like your spider thing. Another vote for Till because scope handling. Wait, Niall, he demonstrated serious personal growth in regards to parenthood. Also, I like to be patted on the head. Phil again, I love the neatness and organization. Not as much death. For me, it's Niall this time. Got to ensure that all the different ways of losing parts of you are handled makes me feel a lot safer. Okay, wait, I actually have to count.
I feel like Hoda is not voting for me purely because I messed up where they're from, and that's fair, and I understand that. And
it's 3v3 right now, so
yeah, Hoda, if you want to vote for me, I will memorize more facts about Oman and the Sultanate thereof.
It does feel like you are personally embarrassed by that.
I don't know if it caught, but I definitely went scarlet. Like I was just not happy with that.
Yeah, you know more about geography than probably anyone else I know. So yeah, that's fair.
Not anymore.
You're allowed to mess at least one thing up. All right, if we don't get any other votes, then it's going to be a tie, which is totally fine. Just seems a lot more egalitarian than our crowd usually is.
Double the number of losers.
I love that. Gotta ensure all the different ways of losing parts of you are handled makes me feel a lot safer. That's very funny to me.
Yes!
Oh no, we have a tiebreaker. And where's Sean when I need him?
I don't know. I was expecting him to pop in at the last minute.
Stop the vote.
Stop the vote.
Stop the steal. Okay. All right. We're moving on. If Sean doesn't get in here, that's unfortunate. But now we're tied. One for Till, one for Niall. So
yay!
One is the tiebreak, and it's about superhero parental leave because someone on this call named Till is taking parental leave shortly. So, how would you model a process for managing superhero parental leave? This includes their temporary replacement, ensuring city safety during their absence, and emergency contact protocols, and making sure nothing slips through the cracks. You're required to use an event-based gateway, an escalation event, and a multi-instance marker. You're forbidden from an exclusive gateway and signal events.
So must use event-based escalation event. It doesn't say throw or catch, either or both.
Dealer's choice. You can do whatever you want.
The rules are very hard and fast.
I mean, yes, the rules are made up. Don't matter, right? Like,
yeah. I'll go with that.
Danielle says, "Yay, baby!" So yes, that is also the same.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
So, like, there's this bias that superhero movies are in the US, right? And you have no parental leave. So can I just like stop?
Oh, brutal!
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it would depend on your company. Are the superheroes unionized? Who are they employed by?
There we go. Yeah. So first,
government usually has some
your
benefit.
first step should be to form a union.
Fight for parental leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will start our timer. Yeah, it's actually a process of negotiating parental leave.
I can't use signal events. Oh man.
I like
and you
this
cannot use
advertisement
exclusive
for Camunda having great
yeah.
parental leave.
Well, not using exclusive gateways is hard, I think.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm still sorting out.
Yeah, but I love your method of just putting everything that you can and cannot use on there.
True.
Yeah. That's honestly, I don't have a great memory, so I feel like I'd forget. Okay. So superhero goes on leave.
I imagine that doesn't happen very often in worlds where superheroes exist.
Which is sad for them, right?
Yeah, true.
And oh wait, this is preparation for it. So going on leave, it's
but it's
not yet.
It's not from the perspective of the superhero, right? It's from like the HR perspective. More or less.
So it's your classic HR superhero process that. In like,
yeah, I mean, I would hope that the superhero themselves doesn't have to figure out like, oh, who's my replacement going to be? Like, you've got enough going on. Your process should be, I go on leave and assume everything is taken care of.
Yeah.
Ooh. I just don't feel like Batman should get anything. I just don't like him. Should I have a special thing just to make Batman just, pay more tax or something? I don't know.
I can't imagine a world where Batman has a child.
That's true, yeah. Certainly not legitimate enough to be able to claim parental leave.
Does he have 3 kids? There are like no
Mhm.
biological kids though, right? Like they're all just like that family. Bruce Wayne children? This is my Google search.
Okay.
No, Damien's not a biological kid. Adopted. So he's never had parental leave. Well, I don't know. Maybe his company gave him parental leave. Thank you. When he adopted Damien, but seems unlikely. Shout out to the criminally underrated Sky High movie. I remember that movie. I do not remember anything about it other than it existed and I saw it in the theater. Did they cover the HR processes of being a superhero in Sky High? Danielle, I think you're right, but this would just be me Googling and saying like, yes, this is the lore of Batman. So I must shut it down now, but I think you're right. Also, I like the idea that you can have a temporary replacement and you still have a job when you get back. That's very foreign feeling to me.
Oopsie. That's wrong. What do I need?
We've got Lane.
Lane, so good point.
I agree with Niall that when I try to make things, have pools and lanes, it looks like a mess. But when you do it, somehow, it's very readable.
It's infuriating, right?
I know, how dare. Who watches The Watchmen? I mean, superheroes' children. Honestly, that's like half of the Battle of the Incredibles is the baby just having superpowers and being unbabysittable. Like, you thought it was hard enough just having a baby. This baby can catch fire and turn invisible. Good luck.
Yeah.
Just tuned in and all I hear is hacking. Love it. Yeah. This one has stumped our contestants.
Yeah. I spent all my energy on the first two.
But we're tied up. So if you're motivated by competition, now's the time.
Yeah, true. Got to get that second wind, right? And it's dark outside now. This doesn't really help. Well, I have a light switch. I have.
There you go.
There we go. Now I can see what I'm typing, which doesn't usually help. Okay.
I believe in being that cool single aunt. We all need that as a parent. Please be cool and single, and also take my child for like an hour, I beg of you. They always say it takes a village, but they never tell you that the village is just cool single aunts and uncles that are willing to step in.
And for anyone listening who might be related to me, I am not available for any kind of babysitting.
Okay, to be fair, that was me before I had kids, so I get it. Because they never ask you ahead of time. They're like, hey, it's Friday night. Are you busy? You're like, yeah. But now as a parent, I'm like, they must have been really desperate to ask me.
Okay, let me check that thing again. Have I used all the things yet? Oh, I've used like none of them. Great. Okay, now the cunning plan.
I have faith.
Yeah, no,
You still have time. Like 6.5 minutes.
this is a really good one. Good job, Samantha. I really like the symbols we have to use. Relative, quite inspiring to have to like throw in a random escalation event for no good reason.
Samantha says thank you. Special shout out to both Samantha and Nathan for being the only people to be on both sides of this, aka they have created prompts and they've also been executing prompts on the other side. And I feel like that is a unique position. Plus, the show would not happen without prompts, so thank you.
Not allowed to use XOR gateways. Okay.
Yeah, no explicit gateways and no signal events. This episode of BPMN Battle is called Sighing and Clicking. Sean, where were you last round? There was no vote. Yeah, you can tell the prompt might be too hard when it's just sighing and typing.
Yeah, I just really want to win. I just really do.
All right, we have 5 more minutes-ish.
Okay.
I just really want to win. I'll make them easier next time. No, suffering. They must be challenging.
Yeah, no, this is not a request to make things easier.
I do think by the third one, the stamina is usually gone.
I'm in the rhythm now, though. I'm feeling pretty confident.
Samantha says, "Oh, okay, I'll make them harder."
Yeah, I know what that means.
Wait, no one said that. No one said that.
Samantha's going to put some like you can only use one symbol, the complex gateway, and you can't use any talking. Like just ways of hurting me. Let's see. What else?
I remember when Norman was on, we ended the stream, and then he just goes, like, I'm so tired. I'm like, yeah, sorry. It was also our first one, so.
Trying
You
to
must
think.
remain silent and spell everything correctly would be the most challenging Niall prompt.
Oh, the brutality of that. There's definitely a special place in hell for me, and it's exactly as described.
Is hell just people not laughing at your jokes?
Oh, it's okay. I've enough. I've enough an internal monologue to be able to deal with just me laughing at myself. That's usually how that rolls.
Also, being silent would be torture for me because I'm just sitting here.
Let's see. What else symbols do I need? Got that one. Got that one. Oh, bollocks. Okay. I need. What even is this model anymore?
I've looked at BPMN for too long today, and now it's turned into mush.
Mm-hmm.
We have 2-ish minutes to wrap up.
Oh, I thought of a dumb way of using that symbol. Cool.
Good, can't wait.
Yeah. Okay, feeling good. What else am I missing? Okay. No signals. Should be okay.
It was all fun and games until we were tied heading into the third round. All right, 1 more minute.
Baloney. Definitely not the word I was going to say, but I got there first. Good job, mouth. Way to not swear.
Oh, what's the thing you say all the time that I think is German? It's like Achmen. What is that?
I think that could be from living in South Africa, I think.
Oh, okay. What is that?
I don't know. It's like it's automatic. I think it's from like the sound you make when you're doing badly at rugby, which is the sound I made every time I played rugby. You know what? I'm going to use a symbol that really hasn't been used yet. And I'm going to just try and throw it in there.
As my timer goes off.
Just a couple of seconds.
I love the what do you call it? Enthusiasm, like confidence in yourself.
Oof.
If Dairy Girls is anything to go by, "ach" is an Irishism.
Very well could be. I haven't lived there in a while. Although, and yeah, but Derry has its own weird like colloquialisms as well. Even that's a mystery to me sometimes. Okay, I think I'm done.
Okay.
I'm so desperate to win. I didn't even make like badly drawn lines on purpose to annoy Till this time. That's I don't know.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's go over what the prompt was again. So, how would you model a process for managing superhero parental leave? This includes their temporary replacement, ensuring city safety during their absence, and emergency contact protocols, and making sure nothing slips through the cracks. You're required to use event-based gateway. Blah, blah, blah. escalation events, and a multi-instance marker, and forbidden from using an exclusive gateway, and signal events. I don't remember who went first last time, so I'd nominate Till.
All right, let's start. So we have our superhero agency, the HR department, and now I also used lanes properly. So we have one external facing employee and one internal facing employee, and they have their proper lanes. So we start with our expecting superhero, and they are requesting parental leave. We're determining the potential replacements. And then in parallel, we have the internal employee managing stuff with the superhero, so getting necessary contacts and sending documents, etc. And then here for the external facing one, in sequence, we try to contact the potential superhero replacements with the completion condition on that multi-instance marker, that if one is found, we stop it, right? If you have multi-instance, you can define the completion condition. So we move forward once we found a replacement. Now we have that as well. We also contact authorities to discuss the emergency protocols. Asynchronously, they tell us, yeah, it's fine. We have all the protocols set up. So then everything is prepared. So we merge back our parallel gateway, and we now wait until the absence starts. Now we have here our event-based gateway. So if nothing happens at all, the superhero just returns and all crises are averted. But we can have an emergency that happens. So our internal facing employee now calls the replacement superhero. So because we have the replacement working for the agency in the meantime. So there are two potential outcomes then. Either the emergency is handled well, and then we just go back and wait for either the superhero to return or the next emergency to happen. Well, if the emergency escalates because the replacement didn't do their job properly, we need to escalate. And what happens in that case is that our external facing employee calls the media to prepare for the bad PR that is about to happen. And then we sweep the bad outcome under the rug. And then we go back and wait for the next emergency to happen. And in the end, the superhero will return.
Honestly, I really like that over the course of the last hour and a half, Till, you've got far more cynical in the way you model processes. And I like to think of myself as some kind of inspiration for that.
Yeah.
I like the PR sweeping it under the rug. That's great. Yeah, and I also like that unless something happens, we're just vibing. Like in your world, the superhero is only needed in times of emergency versus like I don't know, sort of a Marvel situation where Spider-Man is hanging out all the time and just happens to, oh look, a purse snatcher, oh look, an evil supervillain, like varying degrees. This is a very safe place, and I like that.
True. Yeah, there's just one type of emergency, or like everything is bundled together, and then it's handled well or not that well. But then we have the media PR, and that takes care of bad outcomes.
Yes. So, even if it isn't handled well, according to the media, it's fine.
It's fine.
Excellent. All right, Niall, take us through. Oh, you added some stuff since I
added a pool because Till had a pool. I didn't want that to be the differentiating factor between our two models. And first of all, I would like everyone to acknowledge the beauty of this model, just aesthetically. Till, would you give this a 10 out of 10? No, 11 out of 10? That's a good choice, Till. Good job. So I agree. Let's move along. Let's start up. We have... Yep. We first of all write up the replacement ad. We sign a card for the superhero who's leaving. Then we do a check for which villains are around. It's very good to know what kind of villains you might be dealing with. And then we have, if there's no villains around, we're fine. But if there is some, then we're going to prepare. So we have a couple of different options here. The first one is that we go down, we gather who's left with the team. We prepare for battle, which is actually already triggering over here, as you can see, which is we go shopping. We then fill the fridge of beer, put the kettle on, make some noodles, and then we eat and drink because you need to be like fully ready to take on whatever battle is about to happen, right?
And I try not to call out your typos, but you're literally wearing a hat that says noodles.
Oh, did I spell noodles incorrectly? Wow. Wait, let's see. N-O-O. All right. Wait, no, wait. I get this. Let's do this again. It's got an L-E-S.
There you go.
Thanks, hat. Okay, let's start that again.
You just need a hat with all the words that you would ever misspell.
Can't be that many, right? How many words are there? Like 4? 5?
Yeah.
Cool. So now we're waiting for things that might happen. So we might have be attacked by Catwoman. No problem. Spray some water on that person. Catwoman is now sprayed. Problem solved. Next up, penguin attacks. How adorable. He's cute. He's a penguin. Pat him on the head. At each point, we are triggering this, where we always, after every battle, go shopping and just make sure that we have everything we need for the next battle, which is very important. So that gets triggered. Then we eat and drink and we enjoy ourselves at our own leisure. Next up, attacked by the Joker. Hey, the recent Joker film was a travesty. Read the reviews on Tomatoes of the Joker. That's going to make him like tail between his legs. So joke's on you. You can't make a good film. Next up, attacked by goons. Classic goon smashing montage. That's right. And the whole time we are drinking probably too much for a workplace, but that's where we're at. So we're eating a lot of noodles as well. Eventually, though, it's time to go home, but I'll come to that later because meanwhile, the HR team is hard at work. We've got our job advert. We are now waiting for candidates to appear. Once they appear, we set up an interview, and then when they come, throw things at them because they need to be superheroes, right? We need to see if they have super avoiding speed. So we throw things. If the candidate didn't survive, we hide the body. And
Not the body hiding again.
And we adjust the ad. And I just want to leave. I don't know what's like where you're from, Mia, but over here in Europe, we hide the body of the people we get. So prepare a candidate. We do that. Great. Now under the scenario, let's put this here. Here's one thing I'm proud of. We haven't used this yet. We haven't used compensation. But if we do hire the candidate, they survive being thrown at, we have a compensation event that then triggers this and takes down the ad. Meanwhile, we've had a long day, so it's home time. Union rules. We're not going to be working overtime. We lock up all the criminals, and then I have another symbol that we haven't seen before. Link event, because work never ends. So we arrive, we go home, we then do the link event, and then we are back, and then we see who's left, and then we start again. But if we hire the person, we have a terminate event, which means we don't have to worry about this crap anymore, and we let them take care of it. Go temp. There is one thing I left out on purpose, which is there is no way to contact someone while they're on maternity leave or paternity leave, because there shouldn't be. That is not their responsibility. So I left that out on purpose by design.
Okay, that's a very good mic drop moment. Thank you. Hard agree. Also, who is doing all the spraying water on Catwoman and stuff? Like, who's doing that while the superhero's on leave? Just
it could be part. It could be part of the HR team. It could also be potentially some student workers. They could be around. It's basically whoever's not busy. We just gather whoever's around, and I mean they get beer and noodles and stuff out of it, and correctly spelt noodles and everything. So, like, who doesn't want that? I feel it's the best we could do with what we have.
Yeah, it's a very scrappy situation.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like Niles is more akin to villain time off. Oh, you want to help? Throw things at them. Good. When will the superhero be back to work?
I mean, like, that's a good question. But luckily, I haven't dealt with that issue. Let me, eventually, this process is no longer, it's out of scope. There we go. There's the classic. It's out of scope. They come back, they start a different process.
That process somehow ends this process.
Yeah, like, that's fine. The process can, like, throw an event. Or, you know what, as Till said, they go into optimize and move the token.
It's cheating, but I'll take it. Okay,
Operate,
great. Now it's voting time. So as a reminder, this is what Till's model looks like, and this is what Niall's look like.
Yay.
Vote for who you think should win, and whoever wins this round wins the entire BPMN battle today. First vote is in for Till because there's no
Danielle.
Elon ejection.
no.
A brutality.
That makes sense. Elon is a super villain, so he could have been in this too.
Oh, I didn't deal with Elon. You're right. The one time would have been actually quite useful.
Yeah.
You said when you said search for or Elon Musk search, when I first saw you write that down, I was thinking you meant like when he said that he would help out with the boys who were trapped in the cave and then didn't.
Oh wow. Yeah, no. I decided just to make sure that he's not anywhere present while we're operating any heavy machinery.
I love that. I appreciate Niall's narrative, but Till's process feels more like an HR workflow. And Sean says, do I really need to say who I vote for at this point?
Yeah, I mean, clearly we have the same name, so clearly he's going with me.
Till, because he's the one going on maternity leave. Man, I don't know. It looks like a landslide.
This doesn't feel good. It feels real bad.
I would not put it past you to start planting Niall fans in the chat.
I think if I wasn't sharing my screen, I'd consider it.
You're like, go look at Tills. No reason.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and call it then. Till wins this round, and that means that he wins BPMN battle number 4. Woohoo!
Well deserved victory, Till.
Yeah, and thank you for stepping in to compete. I feel like anytime we ask someone that's not on the DevRel team to do this, it's a big ask, so we appreciate it. Making you do ridiculous things live.
No, it was a lot of fun. It was the last day until 1st of April for me, so it's really nice to have this to celebrate my parental leave.
Yes, huge congrats. We'll see you in April, and like Niall said, we will not be contacting you because there are no emergency reasons that we would need to.
I feel that
everyone says
I was
congrats.
robbed, and it's lucky you're so far away, Till, because you know how physically aggressive I get when I lose. So, but also I did it. I desperately. I tell you what I did. I desperately looked at your model for a missing label or something I could like, and you didn't give me anything, and it was infuriating. So well done. That was very impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, great work on both sides. We are doing. Wait, let me look at the calendar because we have upcoming streams, and I want to make sure that I have the dates correct on those. Next week we are doing an orchestration hour. Samantha's actually hosting it. It is a special edition. I do not know what we are calling it externally, so I do not want to say the wrong thing. So Samantha, if you have a cool title for it that you're using, but it's about using any language in your stack with Camunda. And then we also have another one coming up, but I need to finalize the date for that because someone named Niall is going on holiday.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard. So then we will also be doing one about the 8.6 release at some point. That will be scheduled. So yeah, tune in next week, same time, same channel, and we'll hang out with Samantha, and it'll be a lot of fun. And till then, thank you for joining, and have a good rest of your day. Bye.
Cheerio.
Bye.